So spring is just a few weeks away, and one of my favorite niche perfume brands is Initio Parfums. So I'm always thinking, how am I going to switch things around so that it caters to different times of the year and different seasons, especially as it starts to get a little bit warmer outside? Well, in today's Cephalabon contributor video, I'm going to be talking to you about the 3 Initio fragrances that you should be wearing, and I also gave some thought as to the upcoming season and tried to make some appropriate recommendations. But these also happen to be some of my favorites, so I'm very excited to share this list with you and also talk to you about a very interesting giveaway, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin this video and I talk to you about the 3 Initio Parfums fragrances that you should be wearing, and I also let you know about a special giveaway for a full bottle, I do want to start things off by mentioning that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. Of course, make sure to enable all notifications by clicking on the bell icon, and of course, give this video a thumbs up if you take something of value from today's episode. Now, I love the house of Initio Parfums. Many of you probably know that one of my favorites of all time is Side Effect. However, with the rum and the vanilla and the leather, the saffron, it's something that I like to wear in the winter time, and of course we're approaching the spring, so I want to wear something that is perhaps a little bit more on the floral side of things, something that's a little bit brighter and fresher, maybe more of an emphasis on the citrus, and that is precisely what we're going to get in today's video. If you are interested in entering for your chance to win a full-size bottle, all you have to do is shoot on over to cephalabon.com. It's going to be the first link in the description section. Make sure to read through the article, and after you become a registered reader, just leave a quality comment on the article, and that's all you have to do to enter. Make sure to check back on over to the website on the date that's specified in the article so you know if you're one of the lucky winners, because there's going to be a specific date on which the winners are announced. So good luck, everybody. I wish you all the best. And here we have it, Initio Parfums, the 3 Initio fragrances that you should be wearing, especially if you're looking to curate a modest collection and you're getting into the brand. Perhaps you've tried a few from the brand and it really inspired you or struck your fancy, and you're like, you know what, I should probably pick some up from this brand. Well, in my opinion, you can't go wrong with these 3. And so I'm trying to give you some more unconventional selections here, but all 3 of these are amazing in my opinion. And the first one that I want to start things off with, and this is a really interesting one. So this one is called High Frequency. Now, in terms of the note breakdown, this is a tester, so I have them all conveniently written on the back here. Magnolia, jasmine, almond, and musk. And of course, you also have hedione. If you see an Initio Parfums fragrance that comes in one of these purple bottles, that also means that it contains hedione. So it's musky, it has this pheromone-like effect, but I particularly love that combination of the jasmine, the magnolia, and the almond. And I've smelled that jasmine and almond combination before, and of course the fragrance that I'm alluding to is Pegasus by Parfum de Marly. Of course, there's also Hypnotic Poison by Christian Dior. So it's a DNA that has been done a few times before, but this one brings out the jasmine so much more fully, and it's so realistic, and I just love how natural and how organic the jasmine smells in this fragrance. And I really think it's because the magnolia kind of serves as a nice little pairing to the jasmine, and I think the floral qualities that the magnolia brings to the table also kind of help to shape that floral bouquet in the heart. Beautiful fragrance, very unisex in my opinion. I don't think it's feminine. Some people might argue because of the jasmine that it is. It just comes across smelling very clean and very tranquil, so I personally love this one. Of course, in terms of another classic from this house, Musk Therapy is a great fragrance if you're looking for something for the warmer weather. That's one that I personally like to wear in the summertime. Of course, it has the musk, as the name implies, but it also has black currant, which also adds a little bit of this musky quality to the fragrance. I'm talking about another fragrance from the same collection. It's not Musk Therapy, but it's Rehab. There is no denying the versatility and the power of Rehab. This is a great sort of bergamot, vetiver, lavender kind of a fragrance. There's guaiac wood in the base as well, and that gives it a really nice personality as it starts to dry down, but it opens up with that beautifully done bergamot freshness. The lavender in here is very classy, and even this one, it leans in both directions. You know, I can see it being worn very comfortably by both men and women. And so it really all depends on your own personal taste. Does it cater to your own personal taste? And I personally love Rehab. I know people have made comparisons to Spice Bomb by Viktor and Rolf. I do kind of pick up on that as well, but it definitely has its own personality. And it's one that, on account of that bergamot freshness, and you'll see that the citrus is a bit of a theme in these fragrances, it definitely works spectacularly well in the hotter weather, especially as it starts to warm up, right? During those intermediary seasons. And of course, I'm thinking about the autumn and the spring. And so in a couple of weeks, it's going to be the perfect time to pull out Rehab by Initio Parfums. And then of course, this fragrance actually has a green accord, or an herbal accord. So there are some green notes in this, but it also gets a little bit darker as well. Now, of course, the fragrance that I'm referring to is one of their most recent releases, and this one is called Oud for Happiness. Now, Oud for Greatness is really dark. It has the agarwood, it has the saffron, it gets a little spicy, there's a touch of sweetness in the base as well. In the case of Oud for Happiness, this opens up very bright and jubilant. So you have this bergamot. I did mention I was gonna talk about bergamot more than once here. So you have the bergamot in the opening, but it's also paired with ginger. So the ginger kind of gives it this bright, fresh, spicy sensation to the fragrance that I think is a really nice pairing to the bergamot. Now you also have these green notes in there as well, and that kind of shapes out the fresh identity of the fragrance. And then of course, as it starts to dry down, you are going to get the agarwood that starts to come through, and it's definitely one of the players in the composition that contributes to the great longevity of the fragrance. So very multi-dimensional. I love how it evolves quite a bit on the skin, and I really do enjoy the direction that it goes in terms of it opening up very fresh, but also kind of maintaining that green element about it, and, you know, drying down to something equally fresh and equally inviting, while also having that long-lasting quality which is attributed to the agarwood. And so you are going to get a little bit of a similarity between Oud for Greatness and Oud for Happiness in terms of that agarwood ingredient that's in there. However, they're both, you know, cut from a different cloth. They are going to smell quite different from one another. So these are the three Initio fragrances that you should be wearing. We have High Frequency, Rehab, and Oud for Happiness. All of these are great for the springtime, very versatile, not just in terms of seasons, but also in terms of occasions. I would love to dress up all of these, and then you can also wear them on a casual level as well. I personally love wearing Rehab casually, but there's no denying that it works really well in a shirt and tie as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have the opportunity to shoot on over to cephalabon.com. First link in the description section. Make sure to participate in the giveaway. You could be going home with a full-size bottle, brand new full-size bottle. So I'm rooting for you. Good luck, everybody. Also, if you enjoyed this video, if you took something of value from today's video, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Of course, make sure to hit that bell notification so that you can stay up to date on any of my future publishings, and also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It would assist with the YouTube algorithm tremendously. Thanks again for watching. Love you all. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.